Welcome back, everyone. Mudford here. I'm out in the shop working on this 1999 Buick Regal GS supercharged car that we call the Sleeper Regal GS, Sleeper Regal, Sleeper Buick, whatever. We've got it into the 12s. We have an engine at the machine shop right now, and we're going to be getting a transmission rebuilt soon. We're hoping to get it into the mid 11s. So the next thing we need to do is get some better brakes on this. We were kind of pushing our luck running 12s with what we had. So Black Friday sale at ZZP, we ordered this upgrade kit, dual piston calipers, a little bit bigger rotors, and ceramic pads here. So we're going to go ahead and start getting these on. I'm going to work on the passenger side here first. I mean, it's supposed to all fit, but I just want to make sure real quick. I'm going to throw the rotor on and just slap the caliper on and then put the wheel back on just to make sure we have clearance. So I've already got the wheel off. Should be able to do this pretty easy. Just a 15 millimeter. We're going to take the whole bracket and everything off, and then we'll get the caliper off. Okay, the way I do it is I just use a hammer and tap on the ratchet just a little bit to get it started. Make sure you get them both started. Don't take one all the way out, because if it's the other one's still torqued in when you go to take the other one out, especially if you take this top one out first, when you start loosening the bottom one, it's going to spin on you. I got them both started. I'm just going to go ahead and finish taking the bolts out, and they should slide right off. May have to compress the caliper just a little bit. The caliper slid right off. It's right there. I sat it on the lower control arm to avoid stretching out the hose too much, but it looks like it is stretched out quite a bit. Probably should be replacing this. I'm probably going to go ahead and order new ones while we're doing this before I bleed it out. We're just going to go ahead now with our clearance check. That's the new rotor in place. It is just a little bit bigger, and I've got the caliper here with the new bracket for it, and we will be reusing the same caliper bracket bolts. Notice I don't have any brake pads in yet. This is just for a test fit. So I'm just going to line it up on there and see how it looks. Okay, we got the caliper bolted on. No pads in it yet. But yeah, it looks pretty good on there. Let me grab the other rotor for comparison. So yeah, we should have some more stopping power. Pretty excited about that. Let's go ahead and try the wheel and make sure we have enough clearance with the caliper. Okay, there it is with the wheel on. Looks like we have enough clearance, and it looks pretty nice. That rotor looks way bigger, and I don't see any clearance issues. Just as advertised. I didn't doubt you, ZZP. Yep, if you look close now with this car, you're gonna know something's up, because you can see the bigger rotors and the red, bigger dual piston calipers. The test fit went well. Had plenty of clearance between the inside of the wheel and the caliper. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new pads in now, and I'm also going to replace the brake hose. I did get one of those. I just popped these in that came with the pads, and now I'm going to go ahead and install the brake pads. Okay, I didn't see any instructions or anything. This clip looks like it fits on here like this to hold the brake pads. When I have it on there oriented like that, it fits perfectly inside of here. So I'm going to go ahead and slip the caliper on. These cars have what's called a bubble flare, and you can see if it'll focus this far up. It's shaped a little different. It closes back up again, kind of. These are the flares that I normally make. This is just a double flare. And I have a tool and I can make these. So I just stopped at Harbor Freight and upgraded to a better line flaring kit. So it'll do double flares and bubble flares. And it's just a lot more robust than the little flimsy one I had. So I'm gonna get in there, cut that line, put a new fitting on, and then try to do a bubble flare, and we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it works. One thing I already like about this flaring kit, it came with a new cutter, and it's pretty compact. Can get in a lot more places under the car. This is the one I've been using, and it works very good, but it's just bulky. And this actually has some heft to it. It's not super chintzy, at least. At least it doesn't appear to be. But I should be able to get in a lot more places with this to cut brake lines and fuel lines and such to flare them. Okay, you can see I got the tool in there. And I do have enough clearance. I would have liked to have gotten a little closer, but it was hitting on this bracket. So we're going to take off a little bit more than I wanted. There we go. This kit also comes with a reamer, which is pretty handy to clean out the end of the line on the inside. So I'm going to do that right now real quick. And I've already got the tool set up. This is the end for doing bubble flares. And I'm going to be ready to go here real quick. Not going to do much filming because I kind of want to hurry before I lose all the brake fluid out. Make sure you put your new fitting on before you flare it. Otherwise, yeah, that's a bad day. Okay, I've got the tool all set up. This is the bubble flare adapter that screws onto this one. I have the line going through the holder here for the correct size, and this has a recessed, you can see down here on the bigger ones, it's recessed for the bubble flares for the tool. The brake line will want to slide back as you're flaring it if you don't have it tight enough, and that'll mess everything up. So it's pretty important that you have it in there tight. I'm just going to keep tightening this up until the tool bottoms out onto the holder here, and then we'll pull it off and have a look. Okay, it looks pretty good. It should work. I just got to get the line straightened out. I can't get the fitting to get all the way down to it, so I'm going to have to do a little work to get that done, and then I think we'll be ready to go. So the driver's side is all together. I was able to get the brake line off at the hose. You can see back there the new hose is on. The reason why is because I had replaced this line not too long ago, so it did come off fairly easy.